and I'm delighted to welcome you all to our conference 4.3, wherein we'll explore the topic Rise of Solopreneurship, Benefits and Drawbacks, in collaboration with our brand partners, BMS IT, Bangalore, represented by Dr. Mohan Babu GN, MBIT, Forbesganj, represented by Mr. Utkarsh Kumar, Training and Placement Officer, Sanskriti University Mathura, represented by Shri Puran Singh Ji, Registrar, SVKM's Usha Praveen Gandhi College, Mumbai, represented by Dr. Anju Kapoor, Principal, Shri Vishwakarma Skill University, Palwal, represented by Professor Jyoti Rana, Registrar, St. Paul Institute of Professional Studies, Indore, represented by Sister Dr. Alice Thomas, Principal, Shri Ramakrishna Degree and PG College, Nandyal, represented by Dr. G. Ramakrishna Reddy, Principal, TRC Mahavidyalaya, Barabanki, represented by Dr. Ravi Shankar Tripathi, Dean and HOD, Sandeep University, Nashik, represented by Mr. Suraj Jha, TPO, Maristella College, Vijayawada, represented by Dr. Sister Jacinta Quadras, Principal, Bombay College of Pharmacy, represented by Dr. Vaishali Shirsat, Dean and HOD, KCS Jalgaon College, represented by Dr. Sanjeev R. Sugandhi, Principal, Indus International University, represented by Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Bahal, Vice Chancellor, and lastly, Valley State College, Nepal, represented by Dr. Baburam Khanal, Principal. We would also like to extend our thanks to our esteemed media partners, namely Hind Chakra Media, Daily Hunt, Republic News India, Flipboard Times, rdtimes.in, The Indian Bulletin, Indian Sentinel, Abhyuday Times, News Outlook, National Age, Times Bulletin, Prevalent India, The Fortune India, Pioneer News, India Influencer, Indian Scoops, Bharat Herald, Youth News Express, The Telegraph News, News Mint 24, IT India Thrive, Hindustan Saga, My Maharashtra, BharatMirror.com, India News 24, News Streamline, ScrollNews.in, RKD Live, Press Journal, Newshead.in, Telangana Post, Metro City News, The National Reader, and lastly, Let India Shine, for all of the collaboration, support, and helping us deliver this conference on an international scale. Moving ahead, we would also like to extend our warm thanks and greetings to our legal partners, Advocate Rama Shankar Tiwari ji from Allahabad High Court, Senior Advocate Shishir Kumar Saxena ji from Supreme Court of India, Advocate Balaratna Kumar ji from AP and Telangana High Court, Advocate Krush P. Anthony ji from Kerala High Court, Advocate Vikas Kumar Dangi ji from Delhi and Haryana High Court, Advocate Kiran Rajendra Makhare ji from Maharashtra High Court, Advocate Agam Shah ji from Ahmedabad High Court, and last but not the least, Advocate Anandar Biranwar ji from Karnataka High Court and Senior Advocate Pramod Kumar Singh ji from Delhi and Patna High Court. The collaboration with the legal partners has successfully helped us establish a frequent network of 300 plus advocates pan India who are quite supportive in all our operations. I extend my thanks on behalf of the firm. We are honored to have a panel of accomplished CEOs, founders, co-founders, industry leaders, startup mentors, and researchers as our guest speakers today. By the end of this conference, we hope you will all gain valuable insights into this crucial area of discussion.
Hello everyone, I am Tia Vajpayee, Shravan's co-host for Conference 4.3, and it's my pleasure to host this conference with Shravan sir.
Before we delve into our topic for today, let me briefly introduce SK Associates and Group. SK Associates and Group is an ISO certified, internationally accredited Tier 1 startup consultancy registered under the MSMED Act 2006 with the Government of India. Our mission is to provide pro bono consulting services to aspiring student entrepreneurs globally, covering areas such as compliance, operations, strategy, marketing, research and development, human capital, and legal advisory. Our passion lies in helping these aspiring entrepreneurs bring their dreams to life and contribute to global economic growth.
At SK Associates and Group, we take pride in offering tailor-made solution to our clients. Our team of transformational consultants has a deep-rooted passion for entrepreneurship, and they bring extensive experience and expertise to every project. Over the past 3 years, we have built a network of 5,000 individuals from 30 plus countries representing diverse universities, industries, and functional roles.
Our ultimate goal is to assist 600 million students in India by providing pro bono consulting services in areas such as strategy, operations, human capital, compliance, legal advisory, research and development, taxation, and marketing. We also plan to invest 500 crores US dollars in the startups by 2035, creating more than 5,000 employment opportunities for startup experts, advisors, mentors, and research scholars. Our vision is to contribute to global economic growth by empowering the next generation of iconic organizations.
Collaboration and strategic alliances are key to achieving our mission, and we are committed to promoting entrepreneurship development and community impact with a focus on empowering students for global economic growth. We aim to partner with 1,000 plus universities and colleges by 2030, providing guidance and mentorship to students as they embark on their startup journeys.
The enthusiasm and interest we see among students for entrepreneurship nowadays is truly inspiring. Startups actually have the potential to address critical social, economical, and geopolitical challenges through innovative business models. By promoting sustainable entrepreneurship, we can drive positive change and create a brighter future for all. Even TIA would agree that entrepreneurs not only generate job opportunities but also stipulate offer innovative solutions to consumer needs and foster collaborations with other businesses, therefore, even providing them with business. We have witnessed remarkable success stories wherein entrepreneurs have tackled issues like climate change, waste management, education, and many others.
Absolutely. Entrepreneurship is a catalyst for change and innovation. It's a powerful force that can reshape industries, transform lives, and make the world a better place. We are committed to supporting student entrepreneurs on their journey, equipping them with the tools, knowledge, and networks they need to succeed.
At SK Association Group, we are immensely grateful for the dedicated support of our executive management team, including Ms. Vaishali Shri, Head of Human Resources, Ms. Tia Bajpai, Chief Strategic Alliance Advisor, Mr. Faiz Siddiqui, Public Relations Manager, Ms. Pooja Kumari, Organizational Development Coordinator, and Ms. Rima Kumari, Employee and Customer Relations Coordinator. The unwavering commitment has actually played a pivotal role in our growth and development. Thanks to their dedication, we can make a meaningful impact on multiple lives in the entrepreneurial ecosystem by inspiring, educating, and mentoring young individuals, encouraging them to pursue entrepreneurship instead of a corporate career. In the last 3.5 years, SK Association Group has proudly mentored, incorporated, and raised investments more than 5 crores INR per entrepreneur for more than 300 startups pan India. Now, before we delve into our discussions for today, let's take a moment to introduce our esteemed lineup of guest speakers and tap into the wealth of wisdom they bring to the table.
Our first speaker of the day, Ms. Rudrakshi Chauhan, is a business analytics professional at Bill Gosling Outsourcing, where she specializes in data driven insights and operational efficiency. Beyond her corporate role, she is also a solopreneur running Bibliomaniac Reads, a brand that represents the things she is passionate about. Her journey has been a balance between structured corporate work and the independence of entrepreneurship, giving her a unique perspective on both. She is also a certified yoga trainer and mentor, guiding students in communication and computer literacy. Through her experiences, she has learned how to navigate the challenges and rewards of solopreneurship.
Our second speaker of the day is none other than Mr. Rishi Radwich, an AWS certified solutions architect, ex Infosys and ex Fusion Global UK, founder and chief Ferocian. Rishi started his first business when he was in class 11th with his uncle. He did freelancing in his college days and realized the pain pointers being faced by small business owners, which led him to start Ferocian Global, a recipient of Certificate of Trust from Tata, which stands at the forefront of digital transformation via AI and automation, technology and marketing solutions, catering to various businesses in India and abroad. In about July of 2019, Rishi also co-founded the Pizza Central, a franchisee-based cafe chain business, and did open around 30 cafes across India before taking successful exit in 2020.
Next up, we have Miss Divyanshi Rasotia, the founder of Grey Corner, a handmade crafts brand that specializes in customized clay keychains, trinket trays, journals, phone cases, and handcrafted gift hampers, etc. She started this venture in 2020 while still in school and gained significant traction after joining university, participating in events like the Uttarakhand Yuva Mela. With a background in BTech CSC, she combines creativity with technology and is currently developing a dedicated website for this brand. Passionate about entrepreneurship, sustainability, and craftsmanship, she has built a thriving solopreneurial business while balancing academics and business growth.
Next, we have a final but not the least speaker for today, Mr. Vishwesh Shetty, who is a seasoned entrepreneur who began his life in 2013, navigating multiple roles, starting as a freelancer, founding a development agency, building mobile app startups, and serving as a remote contract CTO for a Y Combinator backed startup. His breakthrough came with Shopify apps, which he built and scaled as a one-person business, now generating 2.5 crores plus in annual revenue. In 2023, Mr. Shetty has transitioned into a more passive role, allowing him to earn almost passively while exploring new ventures and focusing on personal growth. Now he is passionate about helping others achieve financial independence, earn passively, and then build a life of freedom through solopreneurship. So, welcome everyone, and it's an honor to have you all with us today. Your expertise adds a special dimension to our conference, making it a unique and insightful gathering. Now, before we begin this conference, we would like to request all of you to kindly switch on your respective webcams so that we can have an interactive two-way session and not just a one-way lecture, which is quite more boring. We would also like to inform you all that our HR team will be conducting polls in the chat box throughout the conference session, and we encourage your active participation in that. Moving ahead, I would like to invite our first speaker for today, Ms. Rudrakshi Chauhan, founder of Bibliomanic Reads, and request her to commence her speech and share her insights with all of us.
Thank you, everyone, Tia, and for a brief introduction and speaking about my small brand and what work I have been doing so far. So, first of all, hello, everyone, and I hope you have been having a great weekend since it's a holy weekend analog, and I hope you had a great time for this year's Holi. Let's jump into the conversation for today. So I'll give us a little brief about me as well. So, like Tia informed, that I work as a business analytics at Bill Gosling Outsourcing, where I uh, uncover insights to drive operational excellence. But when the sun sets, or you can say little bit of time I get in the middle of lunch breaks, late nights, there I work as a solopreneur for my small brand called Bibliomaniac Reads. Uh, and I manage my work life between my corporate role and as well for my small business. But it was not like from a very long time. I started my business only a year back, and it was like a very sudden thought. I wanted to do something of my own from almost 2 years, but I was kind of pushing myself back, that this is not the right time, because I'm doing my job and I have to manage expenses of my family, and this is not the right time to take any kind of a risk. But there was this one time I started to go out and meet some people on events. There I saw a lot of young people who were like 18 years old, and they were running their business, and I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I do it? Like, I have an exposure, I have already been working from past 6-7 years, I know how e-com works. Then, like, what are the things which are holding me back? So let's do it, let's go into the journey and see, like, doesn't matter if it will work out and if won't, but at least I'll get to try this. So that's how I started my business. And so I wanted to do my business, but I didn't know where to start. So I thought of starting something with the things which I actually adore and I like. So I am so much big into reading the books. I started reading when I was only 12 years old, and since then there was no time when I can think about of not reading. So whenever I get time, I try my best to read books. And the other things which I really adore is one thing called journaling, because I feel journaling is not very much explored in India, but now people are giving it attention and actually understanding the potential of of journaling. It is not just only about going every day and writing about your emotions, but how it helps you in long term, and how it is so therapeutic and an artistic approach which I wanted to show and put on the table for other people. So I started with journals, but since I wanted to do something which I can manage easily, I looked about how to run the drop shipping, got one supplier on board, and started creating and designing the journals which will attract the people who are between the age of 18 or basically going to the colleges, because these are the people I wanted to kind of put my product out for them. Then also I created bookmarks, other products which I felt could be the correct for my small brand. But it's been almost 8 9 months, and I haven't received a very good response from the customers, but I do get very good response in terms of collaboration. There are so many beautiful creators out there on the social media who wants to connect with me and promote my products, but that's not what something I have been looking forward. And also recently I had to take a step back, which I feel was very right for me at this moment, and I had to shut down my website, which I have created in an entire night without having any kind of website creation and designing experience. When I thought of starting my business, I just got the domain and I gave my entire night and designed it with the dedication. But just because I'm not thriving on my business journey, I decided to shut it and move back to alternate options, which could be a little cheaper but also help me to be there in the market, but also not spend a lot of money. So I moved to Swiggy Minis and I'm running my store there now. And also I'm taking a step ahead, which is called which is basically I'm launching my journaling workshops, which was the next step in my my business journey. So I'm conducting a journaling workshop on 29th of March, where we are going to meet, like there will be people, 25 30 people, where we'll sit down, we'll have a good time, we'll journal. And if they are not even into journaling, it's a very basic journaling workshop where you will get to learn about from the basics, that how journaling is important and how it can shape your life and help you in long time. But today that is not the topic for today, so we'll talk about the upsides of my business journey so far. So I will say I get to call the shots. No boredom, no politics, and I have to be pure, creative, and I have the creative control over all the work which I do. So I can pivot, I can experiment, I can follow my passion, and without any permissions, without actually looking for other person to give me validation. I get to experiment. If I feel like this is A and not B, and I want to do it, I will do it and see if what is the response from the customer. So only judgment I get and I want to see is from the customers, not from the people. So that is the one I feel benefit and an upside of running a business on your own. Then let's not forget the beauty of running a business without any kind of massive overhead cost. You can start from as small as you can. I have seen brands who just start from the home, like without even having inventory and without having a lot of experience. All they know is just how to create a product, go out into the market, and just sell it. And what are the challenges? So if I talk about the challenges, it's just sometimes it gets a lot of like very overwhelming to handle everything on your own. You have to handle the marketing, you have to enter the you have to revert to every email, you have to revert to every DM you get in your social media account, every inquiry, even when the people are not actually going to buy. But you have to handle everything on your own, and it gets sometimes very challenging, very irritable, that people keep on coming asking about the discount, asking about the products, but they are not getting to buy. So for that, being consistent and showing up gets very tiring, so you lose the motivation to do it. So this is one of the challenge which you have to learn with time, that how we are going to ignore the negative sides of it, but you keep on showing and think that there will be a time where you will be the other side and you will be just thriving. uh, then it comes with all of this, it comes the emotional roller coaster when you will feel that you gotta stop, you just don't feel that anything is working right for you. uh, and also there will be time where you will just feel like all the efforts which I'm putting, even if it is what, so there will be self doubts. How you will come, how you will come over all of that. So those are some of the challenges. um, Now, before I move forward with the next topic I wanted to discuss, I just wanted to ask all of the people who are here, they can unmute and tell me that what are the, like, one word which you can feel is helpful in running like a business, any small business. Or I'm not talking about a very $1 million business, but any word you feel that is important for running a business. Anyone can mute and they can just give me one word. Like, I will say that to run a business, you need an idea.
A proper objective,
Sorry.
a proper objective of the business.
Market research, very good.
Myself Mitra Basu. So one more thing will be like proper inflow of financial support.
Financial support, or a study of that how you will manage your finances. Okay.
Perseverance,
Uh,
because things will go up and down in a business. So for the long run, to make it successful, you need to persevere and be and just go through the storms which comes or the roller coaster.
okay. Any more things which I can get?
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence, very important. Anything else you would like to add?
Hi,
Okay,
Rishabh side.
so
I can think of one, Rudrakshi, from everybody's side, and that is the product or the service which you are after. Is anybody, is interested to purchase or not? So that is really important. You have built something, and if nobody is there to take it, and you're not solving the problem, then the business as a solopreneur or even as a multi-million-dollar founder is not going to work as well. So, the market fit in, the requirement, whether there is a scope available to sell something is something I can think of. Thank you.
okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming up with very creative information which you guys have shared. What if I tell you you don't need all of it to just start? I'm sounding a little stupid, I will say, but I just want to say that if you're talking about solopreneurship, I just want to say you don't need all of it in the beginning, because solopreneurship is a journey where you will learn step by step everything. All you have to do is just start somewhere. Look at the point. Like, I want to run a business about selling lipsticks. So it was just there on the table. So what I will do, I will just go out there and understand that what kind of product I want to sell. So first I will work on creating a product, and I will understand that what are the market needs. There comes the marketing research, which is very basic. I will go on to the other competitors which are already running the business, and I'll learn from them what are the best practices they are following, what is working from there. I can just read about their social media, and I can do a study on their uh, posts, that what are the best posts they are working and what products they are already doing. So everything will come in the line. You will keep on learning. So I feel solopreneurship is a journey of learning which uh, you should just start and enjoy it. Like, at times you don't know many things, just go for it. Be a fool, but learn it and try to do better next time. And do not think of that I need to know X, I need to know Y, and that will stop you from not doing and going out there. Just go out and learn from other people and do foolish things with your business. And maybe someday you will be like, okay, I know I am a pro in everything now, and I can speak about that. I know how to run good strategies about my business. So this is, I just wanted to talk about. Okay, I'll speak about a couple of lessons and takeaways which I've got. And after that, I want to do another activity where I would want everyone to participate with me. I will be sharing a screen and a song which makes me keep going on the days where I feel like not getting up from my bed and show up and work. So I would want everyone to unmute and just see the lyrics on the screen and sing along with me. And we all are not coming from a singing background, so no one will judge. I just want all of you to participate so that we can start this session with more energy. I hope I can see that everyone will contribute. Thank you. That's what I want. Okay, so first I'll talk about the lessons and takeaways. So I feel that resilience is everything. Failures aren't the roadblocks. They're the plot points. you have to just keep focusing on that and understand that what didn't go well, understand it, and try to study about it, that what can you know fix it in the future, and what can be done to make it uh, like a good thing in the future. So do not sit about like, okay, this is a failure, I will not try again. Like, I'm going to conduct a workshop and I'm not getting very good response right now, but this is not going to let me stop from it. I will see that what haven't I done right. Like, maybe I needed more time to promote it. I have just rolled out the passes 15 days back, which was maybe not the right move. I should have done it 2 months back and promoted and go out in the market and speak about people. And I can maybe, just go into the local platforms and promote it instead of just doing it on the social media. So that could be a learning for me. Then I feel your network is your net worth. If you are going to run a small business, and even if you are doing a very great big business, networks are everything. You have to keep on connecting with people. Not everyone can be your friend, but they can definitely be someone who can come into any kind of help. So go out there, make people, a good friend of yours who can help you in future. Like, even I do now is that I try to go on events where I get invited, and I see if there is an event where I can go and maybe meet new people and talk to them about my business and talk to them about their business and learn from them. So make good connections. Then you have to be an adaptable person. You cannot always be like that, okay, this is who I am, and the world needs to adjust according to me. So there are times where you have to adapt to other people practices, and there are times where they will have to adjust according to you. So be a person who can mold into any kind of situation, and not a solid of an iron man who doesn't can be shaped into a different situation. So those were my learnings so far. And one thing which I always say is that my business is not about just selling the product, but it is about creating a community, and which I feel will help me in a very long run. And I hope that it's what something you also feel would be right for your business, that a community can help you reach new heights and also help you in a long run. So thank you. Now I will just since I have very less time, now I will move to the song. I played it here. It's a song called Climb by Miley Cyrus. It's a very old song which I have been listening since I was a kid. Do let me know if my screen is visible. I don't know why I'm not able to share it. I hope it is visible now. Can you all hear the song? Can anyone confirm if the song is audible, or I can play it on my phone?
I don't think it was audible. Was it, Ms. Bajpai?
I think it is audible.
It wasn't audible. So I'll play it on my phone and I'll put the lyrics on the screen.
Sure. Works. No issues.
Because I think the laptop audio is not that well. I'll play it on the speaker. I want that everyone will participate and sing along with me. Okay? Is it audible now? I can almost see it. The dream I'm dreaming inside my head. You never reach it. Every step I'm taking, I make feels I'm lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. I want other people to sing with me too. Please join me. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. I think nobody is contributing. I'm gonna stop now. Also, my time is also finished. Not done. I'm not happy with the participation. I hope other people will participate in other things. But thank you for having me and giving me this time to speak about my small business. And I'm here to learn from other people too. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Firstly, that song was quite inspiring, Rudrakshi ji.
Thank
Although I'm
you.
more into poetry and I did quote Robert Frost on multiple occasions, but nonetheless, your song was quite inspiring. It was something new which I haven't explored, so that
I
was
would
great.
want everyone to hear it once because it's a
Sure.
very, very inspiring song and it will help you understand that the journey you are on it's the most important than the achievement you are trying to get. So just listen, this is a song called Climb by Miley Cyrus, and I forgot to mention this if I can have one more
I would
minute.
love
So
it,
there is this
Rudrakshi, if you can just share the link in the chat box.
Sure, I'll do it right away. I just wanted to mention one quote which I have written some time back. It was that at times when we achieve something, we get little comfortable. Like our life gets little comfortable. We are able to manage all our expenses. So I just written this that here it is comfortable, but do not get settled for this because you have bigger plans and God has even bigger plans for you. So keep grinding, keep struggling, and keep moving. And you don't know where you will be. You must have not even thought about it. So this is what I just wanted to say it as a closing statement. And once again, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Ritrakshi Chauhan, for the wonderful speech. Please share your email address in the chat box. If any of our audience has any questions or seeks further information, please don't hesitate to reach out to her. Now, moving ahead, let's welcome Mr. Rishi, and I request him to commence his speech.
Well, I hope I'm audible. Thank you, SK, and Group Associates and Tia for the invitation as well. I have one slide PPT, keeping in mind the time allotted. So, just let me know once my screen is visible as well, and I shall, begin accordingly. Thank you so much. Is my screen visible now?
It's
Hello.
not yet.
Not yet. Okay, well, I'm trying to.
If you can try resharing once more.
Yeah, it should try. Oh, somehow the present now icon is getting frozen. But nonetheless, I shall, because this is more of going to be an interactive session. So, I'll talk about the journey, for me, what solopreneurship has been all about, the advantages of it, the disadvantages, the challenges one can face, and accordingly, keeping all this in mind, one still can grow as a solopreneur as well. Well, my name is Rishi, and I started my career long back, as was mentioned in the introduction as well. I did start my very first business with my uncle in 2011 when there was a big boom of online ticketing, online recharges, etc. That's where the taste of business was first availed. Uh, you know Keeping a long journey in short, I am an Amazon certified solutions architect. I started my career with Infosys. I worked there for 2.5 years. Then I worked as a senior IT consultant for a UK firm called as Fusion Global, where I was responsible for the entire cloud infrastructure management, build, audits, cost optimization, etc. for European and US banks. While working there, as a corporate employee, I did realize the importance, of the India journey, the growth journey, around 2018, 19. And that's where the bug of solopreneurship, did hit me. So I'll talk about, for everybody's understanding, the shift from traditional employment to, solopreneurship or independent entrepreneurship. How did it really come into the picture in the recent years? The very first thing which has helped is gigs economy. I'm assuming a few must have heard of freelancer.com or maybe upwork.com. These are the platforms from where people who are already working in the corporate ladder, or maybe in early startups as well, they started utilizing their time in such portals like so freelancer.com, upwork.com, and they started taking the projects from all across the globe and started delivering. The ones who considered it as a major success, then they eventually started their entrepreneurial journey as well as a solopreneur. A solopreneur is a one who does not require anybody's help, who is the solo owner and solo founder of his or her own venture. So in India particularly, from last 2017 and 18, and obviously since COVID has hit in hard, the economy, the gig economy particularly has helped the gig economy particularly has helped to form a lot of solopreneurs. That is one. Then second, obviously there are a lot of sectors where people still are working as a sole proprietor. For example, artist, one of which vertical, you name any sort of artist, they are at the initial stage early, at least they work, keeping in mind whatever they are really good at, their expertise are, they either perform or they sell their art in galleries, exhibitions, etc. A CA can be a solopreneur as well. A CS can be a solopreneur as well, where her responsibility is to provide her excellence and her expertise or his expertise to a lot of ventures, to a lot of companies. So in India, the shift from just working in a company to utilizing, the available time to work, and deliver to various organizations and startups came into picture in the recent years very aggressively, and that's where the rise of soulpreneurship as well. Now, one can talk about the, so many benefits and so many, drawbacks of it as well. I have highlighted a few, which I believe had, while I was in the journey of solopreneurship, it did hit me, so I would particularly talk about them. The very first benefit of being a solopreneur is, you have the flexibility. You need not to get into the cycle of red tape. Now, what is a red tape? Red tape is a concept where a manager, then a senior manager is approving some idea, then it goes to the director, so and so forth. You are flexible, you know pretty well if this is going to work. You trust your gut feel, and then you deliver as well. So flexibility is something which really is a key perk when you are working as a solopreneur. The second important thing is your own mind and its creative freedom. For example, if you have thought of, I have built a website, and how about if I add a particular animation to it? Then you need not to think about, should I wait for somebody's approval, why is it taking so much of time, I have to wait for 1 month for its approval, etc. That doesn't exist in solopreneurship. Solopreneurship is about your own creative freedom and implementation at the very right time as well, so that you can get the key results on priority, and accordingly you can understand the results which are coming out of that implementation as well. The very important perk and benefit of solopreneurship is, you become the key decision maker of all your decisions, and hence you control your time as well. We all have 24 hours. You can sleep for 6 to 8 hours. Then what are you really doing on that 16 to 18 hours is going to define your journey as a successful solopreneur. So utilizing it well, dividing it into several chunks, maybe first 3 hours I'll be focusing on this particular task, because then, let's say generating the invoice is also your responsibility, delivering it is also your responsibility, testing before delivering is also a responsibility, Identifying potential client is also your responsibility, so and so forth. There is no dead end to the type of responsibilities which you have to take care as a solopreneur. So these 24 hours in your life are really important, and how you control it is actually going to affect overall journey of you as a solopreneur. And the best part is, you need not to ask somebody else for the permission. You need not to come to an office at 9 a.m. and leave at 6:30. You want to start at 6 a.m. in the morning, you can start at 6 a.m. as well. You want to work till midnight, you can work till midnight as well. So this flexibility, this control on time, the importance of creative freedom does help you as a solopreneur in your journey. If I talk about a few challenges which are still really relevant till today and are important and will be important in your journey as well, because I see so many students have joined this particular conference. So for you, before you begin your solopreneurship journey, you should think about the very first thing is, solopreneurship comes with scaling limitations as well. What does that mean? As an individual, I can serve to 5 clients, 10 clients, maybe 15, 20. Now how about 50 clients, 30 clients, 100 clients? So because you have your limited time and you have your burnout risk as well, you cannot just keep working as a machine 24 hours. You need your own flexible time as well, so that you can take a break and get back to again the task which is on your shoulders. So you really have to make sure that you understand that scaling limitation is applicable in solopreneurship. And at a time when you have realized that, okay, more than 20 projects I cannot work with as a ca, as a cs, as an engineer, as an architect, as an artist, then you need more helping hands, more reliable hands, and most importantly, the people whom you can trust. Because in business, irrespective of it's a $1 billion, $1 million self started, bootstrap, funded, SME IPO, public IPO, whatever it is, if you do not have trusted people around you in your business, then it becomes really challenging to scale and grow your business. So while you're starting your journey as a solopreneur, have this very clear mindset. Solopreneurship comes up with scaling limitations, and there is an up to the mark where you can achieve, and after that you need helping hands. The second most important lesson which I have learned from my journey of last 8 years, and first 2 3 years I was also a solopreneur, is financial instability. Like chasing clients about, when will my invoice gets cleared? It's been 45 days, it's been 30 days. I have raised my invoice earlier, you're not responding. A few clients getting ghosts as well. All this thing happens. So you need to come up with a plan wherein you are so sure that you would like to have some percentage as an advance while you are starting and before you are starting any task for any of your clients, because this will help you to keep your point very clear that you deserve to be compensated as a solopreneur for whatever task you have taken in hand. That's one. And second, the client is also responsible to pay you on time, and with this advance, it can be 5%, it can be 10%, 30%, etc. But he or she will realize that to do business with this particular solopreneur, she or he needs to make sure that financial terms are very clear and they are done on the due time course as well. And I did face challenge earlier, so I thought of highlighting this particular challenge in this webinar. The one important aspect of solopreneurship and its challenge is, how much can you think you will be able to scale, and where the industry is really moving. Are the two things in parallel or not? For example, now AI is into the picture, and AI is revolutionizing the entire way solopreneurs also work. For example, now if you want to create a banner, a banner can hardly be created in 5 to 10 minutes. You still need the expertise to do the required advanced level of changes. But then a lot of tools coming into picture, likes of Copilot, etc. It has become just a task of a particular keyword string called as prompt engineering. You prompt to the particular AI tool, and it is giving you the desired results as well. So if you are going to take 3 hours of time to design a banner, you may not be a good solopreneur anymore, but you may be 2 2 years back the line, or maybe 3 years earlier as well. So adapting to the market changes and understanding where the industry is moving as a solopreneur is really, really important. It's not only important for your growth, but it is also important to stay relevant to the market and its understanding. At the end of the day, guys and girls, business is actually all about how much you have in cash at the end of the day. And if you are really clear as a solopreneur as well, you want to earn along with building your own credibility, you want to earn as well. So please make sure that you are, keeping intact with the market changes as well. The another point of, what are these strategies one can follow in order to grow as a solopreneur. I thought of highlighting that as well, and a few pointers which did help me. And at the end, I'll talk about the case studies, a couple of state case studies which can help students too. As a solopreneur, when you're starting, you should think of making your personal brand very strong. Now, when I say personal brand, what does that mean? Let's assume as an architect, if somebody is here, or as a CACS or an engineer, please make your LinkedIn profile really strong. Utilize all its feature possible, add your projects to it, try to connect with people whom you aspire to be like, or try to connect with prospective clients, identify, put filters, get in touch with them, outreach to as many people as you can, attend expos, attend exhibitions. Now, they all these things, they may look very overwhelming, but then they actually help you to get into the actual business, and accordingly gain the best insights from your peers, from the experienced professionals, from these expos, workshops, exhibitions, etc., and eventually help you build a very strong personal brand. You need not to always talk about business with people. That is the second key takeaway, and which can help you as well while you are in the cycle of delivering to one of your prospective clients. Ask about their story. How did they start? What was the challenge which they faced initially? How did they really conquer it? Fit in into their expectations. Try to make a very good relation, professional relation with them, so that the next time when somebody is thinking about such services which you offer, and if your client is a mutual connect in between, then your client can actually refer you. And it did help me as a solopreneur as well in 2018-19, when I didn't promote myself or my services as a sponsored ad on Meta platforms or LinkedIn platform, etc. It was all my clients who referred to me, and that's how it helped me as well, right? And you have to make sure that you marketize your skills pretty well. The last learned speaker did talk about her website as well. It has become a basic necessity in 2025, and it was earlier as well, to have at least your branding website available, and its SEO is optimized well as well. So for example, if somebody is searching for let's say an interior designer near me, right? So when somebody is searching for interior designer near me, can your personal brand website or your business website can rank higher? Or when somebody is searching relevant services on Fiverr, on Freelancer, or Upwork, or LinkedIn, can you rank higher? Because if you can rank higher, then the chances of you getting business increases, and that's how you get more clients and your outreach increases. The another important lesson, and I think that is the last lesson which I can think of based on my journey, which I'd like to highlight here, is to make sure that whatever you have delivered, you build case studies out of it. If you will build case studies out of it, and you will put it on various channels, you can create a YouTube video of 2-3 minutes and talk about it. Instagram reels are really famous nowadays as well, right? So how about you take an Insta reel and upload it on your channel, and if you feel like this can be promoted as well, then you promote it to various locations, various demographic. Because at the end of the day, guys and girls, always remember one thing: your journey as a solopreneur is limited, and it can be limited for 5 months, 5 years, maybe 5 decades, if you really just want to stick with solopreneurship. But at the end of the day, your growth will only depend on when people are talking about your expertise and your deliverables, right? And to let that happen, your network built up, which Rudrakshi has really highlighted pretty well earlier, the way you are promoting yourself, the type of brand you are building, all does really matter, and based on my past experience, not only in corporate but as a solopreneur as well, one thing I've realized: you should give as much as you can to get as much as you can. You provide free advices to your prospective clients about more things which they may not be even expecting. For example, my client came to me earlier: can you build this e-commerce website? I built it, but then I talked about, hey Nathan, why don't you promote it on these channels as well in order to grow? And then he asked me, can you promote? And I promoted his website as well. So that's how, just from a website development project, it also became a marketing project for me, and I was growing as a solopreneur as well. So these are a few things which I thought of, highlighting in this short duration. And my last key takeaway, I'll share one case study, and the case study is of Ferocian Global itself. Ferocian, guys, is a digital transformation company, where we are helping our clients India and abroad, from cloud-based IT solutions and their digital presence transformation as well, right? And it all happened. Right now, we are delivering in 9 countries. We started with Australia, we served in Costa Rica, UK, US, UAE, etc. My journey of 8 years of into business taught me one very important lesson: at the end of the day, all what's going to matter is whether you delivered what you committed or not. As a solopreneur, as a company owner, and most important, as a professional. If you delivered what was required, then you can also form a company which can be a multi-million dollar company, which can be a multi-billion dollar company as well. Or it can be a race where you are competing with all the other solopreneurs, but when you look back, you see everybody is behind you and you are leading that race as well. So with that, my best wishes to all the students here, to all the professionals here. I wish you a great journey as a solopreneur, and I really will be happy, to take any questions henceforth over the email or in this conversation as well. And thank you once again, SK and Group Associates and Tia, for the opportunity. I hope this short conversation did help somebody. Thank you.
Firstly, thank you for this amazing conversation, Rishiji, because I think multiple of our audience connected with you too, just like in Rudrashiji's case, and it was really heartwarming to know your experiences and everything. Could you please share your email ID in the chat box, so that if any of our audience has queries, they can straight away connect, since we have a time
Sure.
constraint. Sure.
Sure, I'll
Thank you
do
for
that.
the speech again. Now, moving ahead, I would like to thank Mr. Rishi Dardish for his amazing speech, which obviously inspired a lot of us and, yeah, awakened a lot of similar memories, as I can see in the chat box. Now, moving ahead, I would like to invite Ms. Divyanshi Rasotia to commence her speech and share her insights with the audience. Welcome, Divyanshi.
Thank you so much for providing me this opportunity so that I can come here and share my journey as a solopreneur. I'm still very young to this road of solopreneurship, but I think journey is a journey and we learn from each other. So I think let's start. And have you ever posted something online and thought that suddenly realized it could be something bigger? That's how my journey as a solopreneur started. So, hi, my name is Divyanshi Rasotia. I'm currently pursuing Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, and I'm the founder of Tree Corner, a brand that specializes in handmade crafts and goodies. And it was a brand I started in 2020, back in lockdown, when I was exploring different mediums of craft, since I'm into crafting and art since my childhood. One day I made a pair of polymer clay earrings. It's a kind of clay, and I posted them on my personal Instagram. And then something unexpected happened. One of my junior messaged me and said, "You should have your own page for these kind of things." I didn't know. I never thought of it, but I gave it a try. Let's see what happens. So I made that account called Creekona, and that's how my brand was born. And it's a unexpected journey, and that changed everything for me. So then I started creating and posting online for fun, for entertainment purposes and everything. There was no plan, no marketing strategy, nothing. But then one more day, one beautiful day, I got another message. Can I buy this? It was for a grade. And that one message changed my mindset that if that one girl could like something I made, maybe others would too. So I still remember the feeling. I made the earring and designed the box myself because I never thought of selling it, so I didn't had anything to pack it and everything. I made everything from scratch and delivered it personally. She was from my tuition class only. I was in 12th standard back then. Um, when I started selling, I thought the hardest part was creating the product. But quickly I realized it was not. It's handling everything, it's managing everything as a solopreneur. You have to do everything by yourself. And I was confused, how do I price my work? I was just 18 and I had no idea how to balance material cost, my time, my profit, nothing. So I learned it. I learned how do you price your product, how do you manage your costings and everything. Then comes the part of delivery. How do I handle delivery? I cannot go to the next state of my country and deliver the small keychain. Then I also learned that I the most important thing I was confused about was how do I grow while still being a student, because my studies are always a priority and we live in an Indian household. You're not a good student, you're not a good child, maybe for most cases. So I felt very overwhelming. How do I balance my studies and everything? But despite the challenges, I kept going and I never stopped. So then college happened. There was one thing that I always had in mind, that I never want to leave my passion. I want to keep Cree Corner alive. So I joined a creative club called Paper Tech, and it's a company basically that also specializes in handmade goods. Now I'm the president of that club, and I joined as a member. I had a very great exposure being there. As ma'am said, networking is very important. I learned a lot from my like-minded peers. So as a solopreneur, you need to have that community of yours so that you can engage and learn a lot of new things from each other. I organized a lot of stalls in my university. Also recently, our Uttarakhand government organized a Yuva Mela. From there I went and had a 3-day stall. So yeah, that was my experience selling in person to everyone. Maybe what else I would like to add? I would like to add that this business gave me that financial stability that recently my parents had their 25th anniversary. I gifted them gifts from my own earned money. So that was very close to my heart, that being so young, I'm still 20 years old, but my own hard earned money I could give my parents a gift and memories. So it's a perk of being small business owner. So my business evolved and I started experiencing more. But then being in a BTech CSC background, we constantly think about getting jobs and into corporate worlds. So I wanted to combine my technical knowledge to my passion. So I started creating my website from scratch. There are a lot of tools available out there which can help us to create websites, but I wanted everything according to me. So I started creating website, but it was hard. It was hard because I have my classes from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then I have to come freshen up and get into studies because you have a lot of assignments, a lot of things. So time and management is a hustle
that we have to go through while being a solopreneur and a student. Night was the one and is the one that I still work for Corner, and I handle orders, design, market, everything. I do it during the night time and manage it. So it's exhausting, but every time I think about quitting, I remember why I started. It's This is my passion. I cannot leave it behind. There are a lot of ways to earn money, but you need to be happy at the end. You need to be satisfied with what you're doing. So yeah, that's what I think. And some of the takeaways that I want to share, though it's not something very big that I've achieved, but still I think I have done better than some of my peers, and that's why I'm here speaking in front of all of you. You don't have to figure it all out. You just need to start. A start, a start. So you learn on your journey, you learn through all of the challenges that you face. So your passion is your biggest strength. Trust it. And growth happens step by step. So embrace the journey. You cannot have everything at one go. You'll achieve it slowly and gradually. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Thank you so much for this opportunity, SK Associates and Group and Tia ma'am. Thank you for providing me this platform.
Thank you so much, Ms. Divyanshi Rasotia. It was a really, really wonderful speech. And please share your email in the chat box so that if any of our audience has any questions, they can reach out to you. All right, moving on. Next, we have Mr. Vishwesh Shetty, and I request him to commence the speech.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Hi guys. Can I share my screen? I have no presentation sometime.
Sure, sure.
Are you able to see my screen? Hello.
Vishwesh, we cannot see your screen.
You cannot see the screen?
Yes, your screen is visible now.
So thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak here. Thank you for SK Associates. So I'll start with my introduction. I started my entrepreneur journey 12 years ago, around 2012, 2013. And since then, I've done quite a bit in terms of like different career options. So I started as a freelancer. Then I had my own development agency. I had a team of 15 people working with me. Then I tried to create a startup app. I raised seed funding and it did not work. I spent 1.5 to 2 years and it kind of failed miserably. And then I went back to development agency. And after that, around COVID, then I had few apps on a platform called Shopify, SaaS app, which worked well. And since then, I've been working as a solopreneur, running a one-person SaaS business. Like there are three, four apps that I work, but one app brings me most of the revenue. So as a one-person SaaS business owner, I run that business, and now I have kind of outsourced even that to a young entrepreneur who looks after it, and I don't have to be involved in the day-to-day thing. This is what I advise most young folks who ask for, like, who I've spoken to, like who want to get into entrepreneurship or solopreneurship. So So, if, for instance, if I give you an option like, if you would you like to get a job with 15 lakhs per annum or 20 lakhs per year? So, which one would you choose? I guess like most people will directly choose the one which pays you more. So, often we do not realize that there is a time associated with what we are working on. So if like you won't ask like how many hours I have to work, and if it is fixed 8 hours a day, or if it could be you need to work overtime for it. So if I tell you like you can make 15 lakhs for 6 hours a day and 20 lakhs for 8 to 10 hours a day, still a lot of people will go for the one with a higher pay, try to make more money and put more effort. But when you do that in your job, you will never get time to explore anything else. So if you want to get into entrepreneurship or solopreneurship, the first thing you have to do is get back your time. If you do not have time, you do not have opportunity to create any side hustle or side projects or learn new skills. So you'll always be working full, like all your energy and time will be occupied through to earn your job. So you'll not have an opportunity. Like even if you're learning right now, and looking for a job. When you get a job, if you have a good similar paying job, go for the one which gives you extra time to explore other things. So the first step is always to get back your time. If you have time, you can build things which are more scalable, which can earn you more money. So how do you usually get time? So a lot of people, like in bigger companies like say Infosys, TCS, you probably won't be able to negotiate anything. But for the smaller startups, for smaller developing agencies, you can actually speak to the founders and you can tell them that if they are paying you 45,000 per month for your 8 to 10 hour job, tell them that you can pay me 35,000, but I can give you 6 hours a day. For most startup founders, like finding a talent is really difficult, and for them, they are okay in paying less if you are able to do a good job like 6 hours. So you can actually negotiate in small medium companies, startups that you can work less number of hours and you probably pay less people. Same in a bigger company, if you cannot negotiate your time, but you can able to figure out projects which gives you enough time. There are projects in IT companies which will take even your weekends. So even if you give your weekends to those companies, you'll never be able to figure out things that you can do as a solo person, as a solo business. So try to switch to projects which gives you time so that you can think of something beyond your current job over your weekend or after your working hours. And there are like even in your job you'll have tasks which are repetitive and which unnecessarily taking your time. You can smartly you can certainly automate those tasks and then uh, get done a 2 hours job in 30 minutes or 1 hour and gain back that time. So you don't have to tell your like you don't have to take more work because you are being able to do it faster. But just do it faster and get back the time. And try to cut distraction and unnecessary commitments. Things that you have to start to say no to things that you really don't want to get into. So that you have time for yourself to figure out things that you could do as a solo. लेकिन बस वही है कि अब जैसे जैसे टाइम क्रॉस कर रहा है वैसे वैसे so once you have your time say और फिर आने का कम होते जा रहा है for yourself or entire weekends where you can do something else and you need to start building your side project. So side project does not necessarily mean tech project. For me it's tech project. I've built SaaS products, I've built plugins, widgets, mobile app, web app. So those are the obvious choices that you can do. Things that could go viral and probably get you some money. But it's not related just to tech. You can use the free time to create a podcast, a newsletter, blogs. Those are really simple. You can create a newsletter about specific a niche and then promote it to Reddit groups and other places and get people get a good rating for that content and then you can even monetize. Same with blogs or you can do a tutorial and put it out there and people would come and see like it's like a one-time work and then people would come again and see that. So and it could also be a completely different business, offline business. You create something, you sell it through flea market or you go to like you write something and you sell it on Amazon. could be anything. It could be drop shipping. You find products from AliExpress, right? These are things that you can explore. You can learn quickly and explore. And it does not take a lot of money and a lot of time. But all of these will not guarantee you that you'll make money or you can skip a job to a full-time income. But in any of these that you do, you'll learn a new skill, you'll build a portfolio. Even if you are for your job or anywhere else, you can say that I've built freelancer outside the particular tech, and I have a newsletter related to a tech blog going on, which has a lot of reviews. And I've built freelance services. And whatever you do, it will add to your portfolio, and you'll learn new skills trying to build them, and you'll also get an idea of what works in the market. So you test different markets, like is dropshipping really simple or is very difficult, or like when you do dropshipping you'll have to do Facebook ads and Instagram ads. You learn how to do analytics, how to monetize it. So whatever side projects that you do, it will add to your portfolio, and it will you'll learn things from it. And there are chances like up to 10 different side projects you try, a couple of them actually make money, and you can get a passive income coming from that. And once you figure out a side project that works for you, it's necessary you scale that side project. So for me, when I was running a development agency, I built an app which reached to up to $2,000 per month in revenue. But I was more focused into my development agency, and I did not scale that product. And during that time, another similar app came in. It went from zero to $20,000, and they sold it for 1 million. For 1 million, and just moved out of that product. So like I could see them starting from zero, going past me, doing 10 times me, and then selling their product. So during the second app, which worked, then I focused everything on that app. I did not distract me with one-time projects and stuff. So whatever works, like you need to double on what's working. And in case if you touch half of your revenue through your job, so you'll have to take a job. You cannot have both going on all the time. So there will be a point when you need to take a leap from your job to a full-time entrepreneurship, solopreneurship. So that is usually what I suggest is like when you hit half of your salary, you should quit and then go full-time with it. So because your salary will increase, you will get an appraisal, and again your side project will look small in front of you, and you'll be stuck in a cycle when your side project will never catch up with your actual job, and you'll never get to see the freedom of being doing solopreneurship. Some more tips that I can give regarding your side project is do not build something where you like most people are not great in marketing. Even I'm not good in marketing. So it's very difficult for one person to do all the marketing. So you need to select a platform which already has a user, and you plug your product into it. So you cannot build say WordPress or Shopify, but you can build a plugin on WordPress and Shopify, and people will search and find them. So you need to find a good distribution platform, and it's like it could be App Store, Play Store. They are used. There are a lot of competition. Then the second thing is you need to niche down. So if I give you an example, even if you're looking for projects as a freelancer, if you go out as a web developer, you won't get money. If you narrow it down to a language, you go as a PHP developer, you can find few projects. But if you narrow it further down as a Laravel developer framework within PHP, you might get more. There are more chances of getting landing a project. And if you go with really niche like a Laravel developer who has understanding, who can do an integration with WordPress or Shopify, that is a niche that very few people will find. So it's easier to win a project in that case. So whatever you do, go for a niche. Niche are easier to sell rather than being generic. So and find a distribution platform, whatever it is. Like it could be the Slack has plugins. What Discord has plugins. Whatever big platform people use it, they have widgets and plugins on them. You can just simply build a small widget and push it over there. So yeah, and then start small. Like don't try to build a huge product that takes 7-8 months to build, and you are just logging it over there and You don't know like if it's going to work or not. So build your MVP really quick, build it small, just test out, like put it out there, see if people install it or not. Keep it free and see how people are, if people are using it even when it's free. If they are not using it even when it's free, they are not going to pay it anyways. And go to market faster. Like whatever you build, like put your MVP out there first once to see how it, then improve on it. And there are like if you're in Twitter, there's a community called Build in Public, and there are a lot of people who are building and then showing like what's working, what's not. So find those people, like find a mentor over there. There are people who have done it previously, so it's easier for you. Like, what I have learned in 10 years, like making mistake, like my first app failed, second app went to A2K, then it stagnated. The third app is what worked for me and which went to up to 28K. So you don't have to go through the same cycle if you know someone who has done it before. So find a mentor, find people who have already done it, take tips from them. Most people are happy to help if you're in the same field or same niche. So I'll just sum up the drawbacks and positives of solopreneurship. So I've been so since COVID, like now 4 to 5 years, I've been a solopreneur. So there is a limit. Like there are few drawbacks. One is like there is limited growth potential. So I cannot build a $1 billion company or $1 million company. Uh, that you could probably do as raising funds from as a startup and raising funds from VC. The VC won't put up money on one person solo business. So there is a limited growth potential, but it's enough for you to live a happy life. Like you could make much more than your job, and you could do it with the freedom, almost passive, and with like. But if you want something like, if you want your company to be valued in billions or become a unicorn, then solopreneurship is not the way. You will not get funding. You will not. This is for people who want to bootstrap, make a healthy revenue, and get their freedom. There is always a high workload. Like you have to do everything. You have to be the one who creates the creatives, who designs the banner, who runs the ads. So you are one person in the company. You have to do everything. So there could be a workload, high workload, and there is risk that you burn out with the amount of income. It could be that in SaaS we have something called churn, like people uninstall and like, the customers you do. So there are chances like you depend on a different platform. I depend on Shopify for my laptop. So if Shopify changes some APIs or Instagram changes some APIs, then there is a income uncertainty. Then it can impact my revenue. And yes, with limited skill, you have to put multiple hats and. So and you have there is no one to discuss your problem. Like whatever you do, there is no backup for you. So you are the one person. So if you are not able to, your co-founder will step up. That's not the case here. So if there is something you are lacking, then it will be lacking for the entire group. If you are not able to say create a good creative or write good copies, but now you have tools like AI and stuff where you can use them to probably do everything on your own. But yeah, there is no backup for you, so you have to do everything on your own and make sure that you're doing a decent job. And the benefits of ownership, like you have the full control, you have the independence. That's what most people aim for. Even the final goal for making money, there is a concept called FIRE, like financially independent and retire early. The entire concept is to retire early to get freedom. But as a solopreneur, you are able to have full control. You have independence, and there are times when you can choose how much you want to scale. You could keep your revenue at 30K, or you want to keep it at 50K, whatever it is. You can choose not to grow aggressively. You don't have any pressure from investor to grow at quick rates. So it's you have a control, and you at any amount you can stop or lower your efforts. And there's a flexibility. You can work from anywhere. You can balance your work and life much better. And as a solopreneur, you usually directly speak to client, and you also get a lot of good feel, like understanding of the things, and it's a good feeling that I speak on support to e-commerce stores, and it feels good that their business is getting benefited by an app. So and yeah, and execution times are faster. There is no, as someone said, there's no red tape. You don't have to go through layers of approvals and stuff. So yes, those are the benefits, and you can find me in this email ID and Instagram. If you have any questions related to entrepreneurship or like my journey, I'm happy to answer.
Sure. Uh, Thank you, Mr. Vishwesh, for such an amazing speech. If you could share your email address in the chat box, if any of our audience has any questions, they can reach out to you.
Drop my email like, if you have any questions.
Sure. Would you like to carry on from here, Ms. Bajpayee?
Yeah, all right. Now, as we come to the close of this remarkable conference, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to each and every one of you. The knowledge shared, the insights gained, and the connections made have all contributed to the success of this event. We are truly, truly grateful for your participation. And as we wrap up this conference, we kindly request all attendees and speakers to take a moment to provide their valuable feedback and reviews on Google Meet. Your input and thoughts are highly appreciated as they will help us improve future events and continue delivering high quality conferences. Thank you for your participation and for being an integral part of this remarkable conference. We look forward to your reviews and hope to see you all at Conference 4.3 tomorrow as well. Until we meet again, stay inspired, keep dreaming, and continue to strive for excellence. Thank you and farewell for now.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity as well.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Tia, for
Thank you, participants and panelists, for today. Do join us tomorrow for the session. Have a great day.
Thank you.